Overwatch was the breakout game of 2016, Blizzard Entertainment's first new IP in ages. This hero and villain-filled, team-based, first-person shooter captured the hearts of players across the globe, and there seems to be no stopping it. But not everyone's on the same page when it comes to playing for either Team Overwatch or Team Talent. Hi, I'm Kyle with the Leaderboard, and we're here to hash out the outliers in this world of heroes, villains, and miscellaneous. So get on the damn payload already, or else you're one of the 13 players you find in every Overwatch match. Let's get angry. Let's get started. Number 13, the play of the game tryhard. When you get the play of the game, you feel a serious sense of pride. There's something just awesome about knowing that all the other players are watching a replay of your accomplishment and seeing how badly you destroyed the opposing team or helped out your teammates. However, some players literally go out of their way to try to get play of the game, even if it means completely ignoring the objective. Yes, we understand that you totally want to Death Blossom that crowd or self-destruct Diva's mech for ultimate ponage, but you're not always going to get it. So stop wasting your time and start capturing. Which takes us to number 12, the Lone Wolf. Overwatch is a team-based game. However, some players feel that they are better off alone. Instead of cooperating with their teammates, they run straight into battle on their own. And more times than not, these players end up respawning the same way they went out, alone. But let's be real, unless you're really good at the game and proficient with your character, you're probably gonna find yourself constantly dying. Number 11, that player with one main character. Characters have strengths and weaknesses, so using certain characters against others would definitely benefit your team in the end. But there's always that player who chooses their character and refuses to switch because it's their main. While this would be okay if the player was actually good at using their main character, it's definitely not okay if they're completely unwilling to change their character to best fit the team. Got 3 snipers but no tanking and you're on offense? Well, too bad for you. There's nothing getting in the way of this player's decision, not even common sense. Number 10, Perpetual Turret Bastion. It's months after the game's been out, but you still see them. The player who selects Bastion, converts to turret mode, and parks themselves in one spot to try to camp enemies and never, ever moves. Perfect for Bastion players who are simultaneously heating something up in the microwave. We all remember thinking that Bastion was nigh unstoppable, but that was back when we weren't used to using all of the characters and their motions. Now, they're already behind you, Bastion. Adapt to survive. Get your mechanical butt in motion. Use your legs. You can at least set up shop somewhere else. Okay, though in fairness, when Bastion players reach their ultimate, maybe you can see them moving around on the map in their cute little tank form, and then it's back to the campsite. Number 9, Spray Coordinators. Let's go for a more positive archetype. The players who like to apply their sprays on the map and mix and match them with the work that others have put up. It can cause some interesting works of art and doesn't exactly require skill, but a creative touch and a bit of chance. In a world with 360 no-scopes, game-winning kills, and in the case of Overwatch, plays of the game, there are other ways for heroes to show off their skills. Sure, you can use your emotes, but why not show off your graffiti skills for all to see, forever and ever? The results can be hilarious, cute, or what have you, but just make sure you don't risk your life or the payload trying to put together the next meme-worthy masterpiece. You're not Banksy, alright? You're on a team playing a first-person shooter. Don't lose sight of the objective, okay? Plan it out in the spawn room before the game starts. After those doors open up, the objective is all that matters. Number 8, Cliff Skating Lucio. Everybody loves Lucio, the sonic amplifying wielding DJ who can heal you up as well as speed you up. Oh, let's break it down! Unless you're near a cliff. If you're running by a cliff, don't be surprised if an enemy Lucio happens to knock you off with that boop. I've even seen camping Lucios just waiting, menacingly rubbing their palms together, anticipating an unsuspecting you to turn that corner and get booped into next year. Always a fun time. Got another 10 seconds to wait and watch that. And let's not forget about our own team. At the risk of losing your support teammate, try to keep your ally Lucio from trying to net play of the game glory with this maneuver. Number 7, the Glory Mercy. Heroes never die. That's one heck of a battle cry, and it's followed with all of Mercy's teammates coming back from the dead. Thing is, you don't have to wait for almost everyone to be dead before using it. In the time you took to wait for everyone to kick the bucket around that same time, you probably could have earned your ultimate back multiple times over while playing normally. Heroes never die, Mercy, sure, unless you're being a glory hound about the ultimate. It doesn't mean we don't appreciate you, Mercy. By all means, you deserve the gold medal you get every game. But heroes do die. Sometimes, more often than others. So please consider the current scenario of your team and revive us. Please? Number 6, Bloodthirsty Reaper. Everyone loves the first Overwatch cinematic, and everyone remembers Reapers spinning die, 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 while exploding into a black fog of gun-shooting death. You don't have to try to teleport right behind the entire enemy team before using that ultimate, though. Sure, it's epic, and it might earn you play of the game, but come on! By the time you make it to your perfectly mapped out spot, and you're shooting the map, and no one's there, who does that help? I'll tell you who it helps: the other team. So the next time you use your ultimates, Reaper players, please consider who's really dying here. I'd rather play of a team of 6 instead of a team of 5. Number 5, Panic Button D.Va. D.Va's ultimate is unique in being, well, literally self-destructive. At the best of times, the greatest D.Va players can have their mech right in the middle of the enemy team, wipe out as many of them as possible before they even evacuate. At the worst of times, in other words, almost every other time, the D.Va player panics as their mech is blowing up from enemy fire and burns their ultimate mid-eject, therefore losing the ultimate for when the mech respawns. This isn't Titanfall D.Va. You don't get a nuke every time your mech dies. Keep calm so you can keep your diamond rank. Think of the damage you can do with that ultimate. I've witnessed games turn a full 180 defense or offense just from D.Va's ultimate, kills or not. It's such a great ultimate ability that can work really well for your team, even just to clear the area for a few precious seconds. So don't use it when you're in a small room 1v1ing against a Roadhog and he just hooked you, or Symmetra's got 4 turrets on you and it's not worth it. Don't point to the exit sign as you self-destruct. Keep your cool and reserve that ultimate for when it's really needed. Number 4, the Strategist. Coordination and communication can be key when you're playing Overwatch. Having someone reading the situation and devising a plan can help lead your team to victory. Of course, that's if they're not just barking orders and completely ignoring what they're telling everyone else to do. Yes, please tell everyone to go for the flank instead of running straight into the front lines, but listen to what you've been saying yourself. Number 3, Close Quarters Fara. Fara is the standout aerial rocket launching soldier of Overwatch, but inevitably you'll catch the Close Quarters Fara, who decides to focus on hoofing it on foot, gets stuck in close quarters firefights and enclosed spaces, and becomes the easiest kill when they discover that they can't easily fly out of there. But hey, this is good news for you if you're playing the Close Quarters Fara. It is hilarious to see a Fara use their jump jets into a low-hanging ceiling of a small room, even if it's you, and you know that you messed up. But if you're the one that's hovering, take it to the skies and eliminate or push back your enemies before grabbing that health pack indoors. Justice reigns from above, not from ground level, and it doesn't typically rain indoors. Number 2, those who don't utilize teammate abilities. One of the greatest parts of Overwatch is the diverse set of abilities throughout the character roster. With some amazing combos in there, you have a character with a shield, characters that can build turrets, characters that can set up all sorts of things. Players can utilize their teammates' abilities to take their battle plans to the next level, unless of course they just completely ignore their teammates. I have a shield. Please use it with me and not just run in front of it and die. Number 1, literally everyone who is not on the payload. And I mean everyone. The newcomers, the hardcore, even a master ranked competitive player will leave the payload just to chase a tracer around the corner. This is Overwatch, guys, not a random FPS team deathmatch mode. If there's a payload, whether you're moving it forward or moving it backward, you stay on the payload, or stay underneath it. Hey, Camping Bastion that we mentioned earlier, set up shop on top of this cart. Or Reinhardt, face forward with your barrier field. I know this game can be distracting. You've got teammates, or your ultimates, or the soldier who's got you in their sights, but it's good to just be aware of the payload's progress, both defending and on offense. And hey, you're not expected to be on the payload for the entire match, but just think about returning to the general area, you know? Especially if it's not even moving, or worse, going the wrong way. Once again, I'm Kyle, and thanks for watching 13 Overwatch players you find in every match. Recognize any players? Are you guilty of being some of them? I mean, maybe I've panicked as D.Va or went a little crazy with my sprays, and I may have not listened to my own advice. But hey, you run into other player types that we didn't mention? Comment below and let us know. And check out some of our other videos by clicking the links in the description. If you like getting more from your games, make sure to subscribe to The Leaderboard, where we help you game smarter.